Look at that sun shining. All right, it's your boy Mark Dub. Today is a very special day. Day 304, which means I'm at 10 months. Woo-hoo-hoo. Man, one day at a time just for today. Did I think I'd be this clean and this sober this long? Not without the program, a sponsor, and the fellowship. I'll tell you that right now. When I was in treatment down in Florida, I was very egotistical. I was like, I'm going to prove you wrong. And they told me, yeah, you're going to fail. You're going to be the first one to relapse. Well, out of that class, besides the Princeton, when I'm talking about when I got to Florida, out of that class, I think maybe 3 or 4 of us are still sober, haven't had a relapse. Maybe. At least from who I've talked to. I am very, very grateful today. I am grateful that I can pray to my higher power, who I choose to call God, and feel good about what I have and where I'm at in life. I'm grateful that my court yesterday, and I'm going to talk about this. So I had court and I sat there on Zoom, virtual court, for about an hour and like 20 minutes before like the judge came in, and then like another 20 minutes before they even called me. And I really wanted to advocate for myself. And basically, I was going to say like 2 or 3 things. The first one was going to be, Your Honor, thank you for this experience. It's been such a growth for me as a boy to a man. Then I was going to talk about, well, Your Honor, I just have to get to my meetings. And the third thing I don't really remember. But, they're like, oh, you're going to take the plea? Yeah, or we'll send you a court date. And they kicked me out of the Zoom room. I didn't even get a chance to say anything. My sponsor told me today, yeah, because you weren't meant to say anything. Yeah, he was right, But I didn't have a fear when I went to court. Like normally, the old me would have this fear. I'd be pacing, sweating, not wanting to feel my feelings, probably smoke a little weed, right? Take a shot, because I don't want to feel these feelings. Well, now, I face my fear. And I don't get fucked up. And I went to court, and I did the right thing. And I did what I had to do. And I got one more court date, and then this is behind me. And when I talk about behind me, this is behind me. This is the hugest mistake I think I made in my life. And I take responsibility for it. Luckily, nothing bad happened from it. By the grace of God, nothing bad happened from it. And, it is what it is. Once it's completed, I will fully talk about it and disclose all the details. But until then, what happens in court, should stay in court until it's all said and done with. So back to the in-person home group, because this is my daily check-in for day 304. It's April 17th, which means it's 10 months. And, man, we did daily reflection, and we did As Bill Sees It. Boy, man, what can I say? There's not too much I can say other than I'm truly grateful. I have an abundance of wealth, not only just in the GMG group, but the GMG group, I always talk about this group because it means so much to me. There's nothing like being in a room full of alpha males who are all humble as fuck, man. These guys lift me up when I'm low. They pick me up when I'm down. They put their hand out to help me back up. They call me on my bullshit. Because I see them every day, they know me. They know when I come in with a little pep in my step. They know when I come in, I'm a little beat up and drained. They know when it was a rough night at work. I crushed my finger at work a couple days ago. And the brother goes to me today, yo, how's the finger doing? You think somebody at work would have asked me that? No. I said, it's doing much better. I thought I was going to have a black nail that's growing out. Yeah, it's a little purplish, and I got a little blood under the nail. It's going to take a while for it to grow out. But the soreness has subsided, I remember hearing when you stub your toe in the morning, instead of saying, fuck, shit, fuck, you say, oh, the worst is over. The worst is over. And it's true, because after that first initial pain, it starts to subside, and the worst is over. So yeah, man, just the fact that they check in on me, and hold me accountable, that's a non-negotiable for me. I have to be there. How long do I have to be there for? I don't know. In my head, I'll always be a beginner, always remaining teachable, because the minute I think I got this and I'm not teachable, things might take a slippery slope. And it said it today. Actually, it was in the As Bill season, so I can't read it. Basically, one more strike will put me out of the game. For me, that strike is a drink. If I take one more drink, I don't have a relapse in me, guys. I'll tell you that. I've never relapsed in this program because this is my first time in the program. But I've relapsed several times outside the program, and I know I don't have that in me. If I go out again, it's one is too many, and 1,000 is never enough. I am a real alcoholic. I state that. I used to be a moderate drinker, and then I became a hard drinker. And then somewhere along the lines with my trauma in my life and everything building up with the house fire, the hotel, the displacement, and everything else that's going on, I went over the edge and I can't go back now. And you know what? As long as I can remember that, my power of choice, and I have to remind myself daily how unmanageable my life has become when I take that drink. As long as I don't put it in my body, like a person who's allergic to peanuts is not going to eat a peanut, right? That's how I am with drinking. And if you ask me, I'm not one of these guys that's going to be like, oh, no, I don't want to talk. I will gladly tell you, but I'm not going to go out there boasting about it. I'm going to do my best to document my journey, because it's my journey, and I'll bring it up like this in videos that are for me to help me, and maybe one day my kids will look back at it and be like, wow, that's my father. That's what I used to do when I was a health and fitness coach. I documented my story. It was always whatever the day was, the day 16 of the new you, the new year, the new me, right? Well, instead of that, now it's day 304, and I'm still counting, because every day is just day one. But anyway, I'm all over the place with this video, and I can feel it it's de-escalating, it's decompressing me, because I got so fired up. Fridays, I get so fired up, and I see one of the elders in the room, and now, when I first met him, he's like, take my number, but we're not friends. I'm not coming over, you're not coming over, we're not going to barbecues. Kept coming back, and now it's like, hey man, when are you gonna call and check in, and you're gonna see you at the family barbecue in June. And I felt a little bad because the 17th is when we have the barbecue. And somebody asked me to come to the city and speak so I could see them. They're coming in from out of state. And I was like, listen, I'd love to, but I have a non-negotiable from 10 to 4. I'm going to be at my in-person family picnic. And if I can bring my kids, great. If I can't, it's okay. You know why it's okay? Because there's going to be more. And I'm going to continue to go. And yeah, man, I got to get used to it being okay if I can't do exactly what I want to do with my kids. So, anyway, I'm almost at 9 minutes. I used to make them long. I'm trying to keep them shorter, So, with that being said, it's your boy Mark Dub. Day 304, 10 months, baby. I couldn't have done it without you and you watching this video. I couldn't have done it without my in-person group. I couldn't have done it without the online groups I'm in, Road Dogs, Midnight, the GMG that taught me how to meditate, which I haven't been to in a long time. The First Recovery, man. There's a lot of groups. Second Sandwich, the Traditions, I haven't been there in a while. The Zoom groups, I haven't been to a lot, man. One day at a time, the men's group, Firestone, Vipers, Isolators, a bunch of men's groups I haven't been to in a while. But a shout out to all of them, and a definitely shout out to you. So if nobody told you this today, let me be the first one to tell you. I love every single one of you, even if I don't know you, because the rooms of my recovery taught me how to love myself, and that's truly a gift. So with that being said, it's your boy Mark Dub. I'm out. Peace.